Make movers, what's going on? So, I want to pose a question to you that I really want you to think about before you hurry to an answer. Herein lies the question. Do you know the art of betting on yourself? Again, do you know the art of betting on yourself? Many of you, like myself, we've been very fortunate to do a lot of great things in our lives and in our careers. We've had ourselves in front of or sitting beside individuals that we never thought we would ever meet. But you've been very blessed and fortunate with that opportunity. But it still lies the question, the art of betting on yourself. Do you realize that when you negotiate a deal, whether it's for a new job, a salary increase, you're trying to purchase something, acquire something, etc., whatever it may be, you're ultimately betting on yourself. You're basically telling them that I know what I bring to the table, which warrants me asking for what I'm asking for. Betting on yourself also is you knowing the amount of time, energy, and sacrifice you're willing to put in, and historically you've put in to get the results that you have. Do you realize that a good number of people are skilled beyond belief, but because of their lack of confidence in their abilities, they never bet on themselves. They just accept whatever has been given to them. When I entered into my current lobbying career in a private sector standpoint, I had left almost 13 and a half years of government, public sector, business, professional experience, and I went private sector. I didn't really know if I could succeed in private sector. And so when I was negotiating my deal, I ultimately conceded to the negotiators what they thought was the right offer to give to me. And because I placed my trust in them, whatever they put in front of me, I accepted it. And it was a decent deal, and I'm not complaining about that. But if I knew then what I know now, I would have been way more vocal about the incentivized part of the deal. And here is why. Not just because I was leaving from a very high position in public sector, but also because of my work ethic, because of my Rolodex of context, because of what I'm willing to put in to get the result. Those come with a monetary expectation. You ought not downplay any of that, right? If you have advanced degrees, you ought to factor those into the negotiation, whether that degree is necessary for the job or not. The fact that you acquired that degree should not be ignored when you are negotiating. If you have several years of experience in a certain area, that'll be factored in. If you have relationships, real relationships with key people that will prove beneficial to the job you've been asked to take on, you ought to factor that into the negotiations, because making those calls and making those asks of those calls comes with an expense. I've learned so much over the years, and I've come to realize that when you bet on yourself, you're not just betting based on the deal in front of you. You're betting based on what you bring to the table, but also what you're going to be able to bring back to the table. And those two portions, what you're bringing and what you will bring back, have to be factored into you betting on yourself. There are deals that you will enter into. There were meetings that you'll be invited to. There will be opportunities you will have because people believe in you. You may work for a company, but ultimately the yes that your company receives or that you receive is because of you, and your company benefits from it. I'm not talking about stroking egos, not about an arrogance. It's a confidence in knowing that I am a value-added contributor to this company's success, to this organization's success, and that comes with an expense. But before you go in and you make demands, make sure you do your research. Try to go back to at least 3 years of really understanding what has been the profit and losses of this company, this organization, this place that's trying to recruit me. Do they have the money in their portfolio to be able to pay you what you're asking for? Is your ask realistic? Do they have it? And most times they have it. We tend to get weary in negotiations, and so we concede to getting more than what we're currently at versus getting what we know we deserve. And I say to you, the wrong time to make a demand for a pay raise is after you've signed the deal. While you're in active negotiations, bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Again, it's a confidence. You know who you are. You know what you're willing to put in the table. Don't worry about what other people are making in that same role. They are not you, and you are not they.